This is Vitim, a handsome guy, 40 years old. He is cultivating rubber, but not any rubber. Rubber within a jungle, rubber surrounded by other trees like teak, mahogany, white meranti, ironwood, to name few. Imagining pure monocultures with clean and neat rows of trees would feel out of place. Vitim explains us patiently the different usages of herbs within his plot.
นึกชื่อไม่ออกแล้วปริศนาที่ถ้าว่าเราเอาไปเป็นยาแผนไทยอันคือบำรุงหัวใจคือเอาไปกลั่นเป็นน้ำหอม
He has a sound knowledge of all the herbs growing in his rubber agroforestry system. We are curious how he got to know so much about the plants around him.
เพราะว่าอ่านในหนังสือปุ๊บเราก็ตอนนี้มันมีอินเทอร์เน็ตก็เปิดเล่นใน YouTube
Vitim was indeed an impressive and dedicated rubber farmer. We realized a different kind of spirit in his community in South Thailand within the province of Songkhla. Vitim is meeting other like-minded farmers at Kao's place daily. And that's Kao, the leader of the Tamarak group, with the meaning protect the forest. He is a relaxed rubber dealer who runs the business of, rubber sheets. Besides running his rubber sheet business, he's an advisor for his community about the different timber tree species which are suitable within rubber cultivation. Kao and his community started to do agroforestry about 7 years ago, as they realized that an alternative is needed due to the falling prices of rubber and their dependency on this commodity. We are curious about the system and want to know what kind of income the farmers gain from rubber agroforestry.
ไม้ยืนต้นแล้วก็พวกผลไม้พวกหน่อไม้อะไรพวกนี้ครับแล้วก็พื้นที่ที่เราสามารถเลี้ยงสัตว์ได้
We ask him how do they support each other in the rubber agroforestry community.
ก็ตั้งแต่แรกเริ่มทำเลยครับเพราะว่าช่วยกันคิดแล้วก็ช่วยกันศึกษาข้อมูลแล้วก็ช่วยกันทำก็คือถ้าเป็นต้นไม้ก็คือช่วยกันปลูกก็มีการแลกเปลี่ยนความรู้กันตลอด
We wanted to learn more about rubber agroforestry. With Professor Sarah and Professor Javanit, we could grab the scientific analysis of this development. These two dedicated researchers did a comparative study of rubber agroforestry and monocropping plots and explained us the need for a more independent farming system in Thailand.
The way of the farmers to plant rubber had to be totally changed from now, saying that maybe 50% of the land is go for the rubber with a kind of main income, and then some area is for, let's say, aquaculture or even for the cattle. Because it means that you can have income from different farming activities. That is a horizontal way, right? But then in vertical way, right? The rubber itself should include a different layer of plants from the very ground, let's say Sanjiber, and then to a higher, let's say like palmy, and then like snake palm, that's snake palm, right? Yeah, and then higher is kind of sharp before having wooding tree and rubber. Because it means that in this vertical way, they can get different income, the same as a horizontal way, right?
The rubber tree arrived in Thailand 130 years ago, quickly becoming one of the country's prime export crop. Until now, Thailand is #1 in the global rubber production, with more than 4.5 million tons per year of rubber. While over 80% of the farmers are smallholders, their strategy to rely on the cash crop rubber is slowly devastating.
People realized that they could not rely on the monocropping any longer, and so they turned to rubber agroforestry.
Xuan is another farmer in the Tamarak community who sees the value of using the land more diverse than in the monocropping past.
การใช้พื้นที่ให้เกิดประโยชน์สูงสุดนะครับแทนที่ว่าปลูกพืช ชนิดเดียวเราก็มาปลูกหลายชนิดเป็นแบบป่า
This is indeed thrilling to bring back some more forest into agriculture. We wanted to understand more the true value of rubber agroforestry and got the answers from Dr. Javanit.
The rubber agroforestry products could produce more income and also lower expenses compared to the monocropping rubber plots. We found that there are more layers of canopies in the rubber agroforestry plots, and also there are more diversity of the plant species and also the nutrient because of the decomposition of the litter fall is higher as well. So we found that the rubber agroforestry could produce better environmental benefit compared to the monocropping.
The Thai professor is not the only one stating these differences between monocropping and rubber agroforestry. Also the farmers noticed a difference as they started to do alternative rubber farming.
แล้วถึงบอกว่ารุ่นคือมาผมเนี่ยนะได้ทำวันไหนก็คือมันปลีกออกไปเลยอ่ะแปลกมันแตกแยกออกไป
We learned that it's important to understand the needs of the householders as well as the condition of the given land and its soil to bring back the forest into the local settings. Also, Dr. Sarah commented this trend of changing farming systems in South Thailand.
Because currently, I believe that many farmers think about how to change their farm, but they have no idea, no information. It's a big gap between the policymaker, which I mean the rubber authorities, to the farmer. Because the rubber authorities have traditional way of thinking, while the farmers dealing with let's say a changing economy perspective, right? So there are no one that are in the middle between these two groups.
It is evident when visiting rubber agroforestry farms and talking to researchers that agroforestry systems outweigh rubber monocultures by all its benefits for nature and humans. So how can the locals tackle the gap of knowledge transfer?
I think it is the duty of the academic persons, also kind of the leader of the farmer themselves, and some part of policymaker. We have to work together.
That is exactly what we could observe at the farmers' level at the Tamara community. Fortunately, they were not the only ones who thought of uniting for the better of themselves and the forest. We also had the chance to meet another community with the name Konrak Pa, meaning people who love nature, within the province of Songkhla, South Thailand. They use a messenger app to communicate monthly meetings where they learn more about agroforestry and support each other for upcoming activities. This time, Man visited Konrak Pa and was holding a presentation about his PhD studies. Guess the topic? Yeah, right, rubber agroforestry. He did a cost-benefit analysis of monocultures and agroforestry rubber plantations. That's pretty cool, considering that agroforestry is the winner in his analysis. That is matcha. People can come to his plot and learn about different timber tree species and their management. He explains us the different bamboo types which are suitable for either light or shaded areas on rubber plots. He is the man of agroforestry, a teacher, who is taking the role as a consultant within the Konrak Pa group.
แล้วยังทำให้ลิ้นผืนสบายด้วยถึงทำให้ป่ากลับคืนมาด้วยเพราะว่าป่าเสียง่ายนี่ทุกคนปฏิเสธไม่ได้อะไรเพราะว่ามันต้องทุกอย่างมันต้องเกี่ยวข้องอยู่แล้ว
Matcha's rubber plot is indeed a showcase of a functioning ecosystem and the positive outcome of his planting scheme. He started doing rubber agroforestry in 2010 when his rubber trees were 3 years old. Matcha explained us the process of soil improvement on his land.
แต่ว่าพอมาระยะหลังนี่แนวคิดมันเปลี่ยนยากที่จะฟื้นสภาพดินให้มันสมบูรณ์กับดังเดิมเพราะว่า โดยทั่วไปแล้วดินมันจะแห้งเพราะว่าปลูกยางมาแล้วต้อง3 รุ่นปลูกมายืนต้นเราก็ไม่มีอะไรกินอยู่ชั้นล่างก็เลยพักไอ้ไผ่มาปลูกเสริมเข้าไปแล้วก็ปลูกไม้หน้าดินเข้าไปเพราะว่ามาช่วงหลังประมาณสัก3 ปีดินมันเริ่มพื้นสภาพ
Konrakpa takes its mission seriously, with monthly meetings and commitment to change the rubber monoculture into forest-alike cultivation. We spoke to Niron, who is one of the active members of Konrakpa, about their community activities.
จริงๆแล้วกลุ่มหลักป่าเราต้องการให้คนปลูกป่าต้องส่งเสริมให้ลูกสมาชิกเพราะฉะนั้นเราทุกคนเนี่ยจะช่วยร่วมกันให้สมาชิกของเราเนี่ยปลูกป่าโดยเฉพาะรวมในป่ายาง
They do not only support each other with knowledge, they also produce their own organic fertilizer. Around 300 kilograms per month is being made, supplying around 60 farmers. One machine is chopping the leaf and the other is mixing manure with other organic materials. The farmers can buy it for 1/5 of the value of chemical fertilizer. Community support at its best. The movement started and the farmers are eager to share their knowledge, communicate, network and gain more support. The challenge is to unify these valuable practitioners and to position them stronger on the market with their more organic rubber outcome. Further, it is of utmost value to realize the potential of horizontal and vertical land use, bringing back nature and value to rubber plantations.
I think currently the farmer have the way of to link together, like using lines or Facebook, right? I found that this is a kind of a big tool for future change. I think this is the way to go, right? So let's say the world will run faster than in the past, right now, yeah. But you just need to feed the right information, yeah.
I think in terms of sustainability for the household and for the environment, rubber agroforestry can be the hope of the community and the family, and also for the adaptation of the climate change.
Thank you. That was good.